Sayın Genel Sekreter,
Distinguished Secretary General, my valuable friend, distinguished members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to salute you with my most heartfelt feelings and regards. As you know, on 27th of February in Idlib, there's been a heinous attack against our soldiers who have put their lives out there in order to ensure the security of our country. Following this attack, on 28th of February, within the framework of Article 4 of the Washington Treaty, we have invited the NATO Council for an extraordinary session, shared information with our allies and held consultations. And during our talks today with Distinguished Secretary General, we addressed primarily the situation in Syria. I have emphasized the importance of the immediate provision of the additional support that we requested from NATO and our allies during the Council meeting. Turkey's Syrian border is also the southeastern border of the NATO. The crisis that is originating from Syria is a threat against our region and actually against all of Europe with its security and humanitarian dimensions. No European country has the luxury to remain indifferent to the clashes and the humanitarian tragedy in Syria. We should raise our efforts more than ever regarding the Syria issue. Turkey has been fighting against threats and dangers that are originating from Syria for exactly 9 years. We are the only NATO country that has fought against Daesh man on man and has had martyrs for this purpose. And furthermore, we are hosting 3.7 million Syrian refugees. And we are expecting concrete support from all our allies for this fight that Turkey has been carrying out on its own and with great sacrifices. NATO is in a critical period when it should clearly manifest the alliance solidarity. A significant part of our requests from NATO are relating to full implementation of the measures in support of defending Turkey on the basis of the decisions taken in 2012 and 2015. Distinguished Secretary General said that on this issue work is ongoing in the alliance and that he is personally following up the process. I would like to also conveyed our considerations regarding irregular migration to the Distinguished Secretary General. We will also discuss these issues also with the Presidents of the European Council and the European Commission that I will soon meet. It is beyond reason and understanding that an ally and a neighboring country points towards Turkey as the one responsible for the wave of irregular migration. And I have expressed to Distinguished Secretary General that we are not going to allow this country to use the current situation and use the European Union in order to obtain unjust gains for itself. Together with my valuable friend, we also exchanged opinions on the peace process in Afghanistan and the future of NATO presence in this country. Turkey will continue to stand with its Afghan brothers and sisters independent from the developments. Distinguished members of the press, Turkey adds to the strength of the NATO and the NATO adds to the strength of Turkey. But of course, what is of course essential here is that NATO provides added value to our country's defense and counterterrorism efforts. Moreover, it is also essential that our allies show solidarity with our country without discrimination or political conditions. It is very important in the sense that the support we request is provided without further delay. I believe that the necessary steps will be taken in the upcoming process, and I would like to thank the Distinguished Secretary General.
President Erdoğan, it's a pleasure to meet with you here today. Turkey is an important and valued ally, contributing to our shared security in many different ways. We have just discussed the serious security situation in Syria and the refugee and migrant crisis which this has caused. The ceasefire in Idlib is holding, and we have seen a decrease in violence over the past days. It is important to build on this to ensure protection of civilians and secure access for humanitarian aid. Turkey is the ally most affected by the turmoil and the violence in Syria. No other ally has suffered more from terrorist attacks, and no other ally hosts more refugees. NATO will continue to support Turkey with a range of different measures. This includes defensive missile systems, helping to protect Turkey against threats from Syria. We also support Turkey with air and naval presence. And over the years, NATO has invested more than $5 billion in military facilities in Turkey, including important infrastructure such as naval bases and radar sites. All of this demonstrates NATO's strong commitment to Turkish security. The indiscriminate bombings by the Assad regime and Russia have caused untold human suffering. These attacks have increased the movement of people towards Turkey, which already hosts close to 4 million refugees. We recognize that Turkey is carrying a heavy burden, but Turkey must play its part in finding a longer-term solution to this crisis. I have followed with great concern the events unfolding at the Turkish-Greek border in recent days. The issue of migration and refugee flows is a common challenge that requires common solutions. So I welcome the dialogue between Turkey and the European Union, and I trust that a way forward can be found. NATO will continue to play its part. We are currently deployed in the Aegean Sea to help tackle the refugee and migrant crisis. Allies are also prepared to continue to support Turkey, and we are exploring what more we may be able to do. The President and I also discussed a range of other issues, including NATO's relations with Russia and the Turkish purchase of S-400 air defense system, as well as the situation in Afghanistan. NATO remains a platform for discussion between allies of these and many other issues. So, President Erdoğan, this is why I greatly welcome the opportunity to meet with you again today. So thank you so much.
Thank you.